So back in my day, I started training when I was 16, long time ago. I remember all those like nude old men in the locker room, which not the fact that they're nude, but they just would spend a prolonged amount of time naked, was always a little weird, right? And time goes by, and then you eventually realize you are that naked old man. And today's modern day version of that is I show up to the gym without a pump cover, all flaccid looking, and I'm okay with people looking at me. So, yeah, everything comes full circle. We have an upper body day, my second upper body day of the week, a little bit easier. I am flat and just toasted from this week's worth of dieting, which we'll get into a little bit later. But I'm glad today's workout is pretty chill relative to the first upper body session of the week. Nevertheless, another 165 weigh-in, second one of this prep. So we're digging, man. I think, right around this weight range. To break 165 is where things start getting a little tough for me. And I start to feel a little bit of those symptoms in my training. So usually it just takes a little bit longer to warm up is what it is. And today we're going to hop on that assault bike and get the blood flowing and hopefully have a pretty ideal training session. It should be, because nevertheless, it's been just hard to get started, but once I get going, it's still been pretty predictable. All right, guys, let's get to it. We're feeling good, man. Training, feeling good. Dieting, feeling good. Body, feeling good. Life is just good. This is my second upper body day of the week, the easier one. At least I think it's easier. And we are supersetting a lot of work. When I can, I will superset things just because it does cut down my gym time. The shoulder press, I'll go with that first before I do a pull. So whenever I am supersetting a push and a pull, especially a free weight push, I will do that first because it just requires more coordination, whereas not so much pulling movements, especially on the cable. It's just, grip and rip, baby, right? First set here is full lockout, higher reps. I hate this set, but it gives me a good idea of like how my strength is tracking. And we've had a few weeks where we've lost reps and then we've made it up. We've lost reps and then we've made it up. And honestly, that's first of all, maybe a little different from what you guys have heard. If I genuinely feel like I have to drop weight to keep the same technique and sensations, then I don't necessarily mean the crampy mind-muscle connection that everyone thinks of when they think of like what a movement feels like. More on that later. But yeah, if I feel that, this is just starting to feel inappropriate, like it's starting to feel like it's providing me less stimulus than if I were to just drop down the load, I'd be, yes, it's less load, but it's the same stimulus I was experiencing before, right? So sometimes people get very stubborn when they're dieting, when they're prepping, and they want to keep that same weight, but it's like, bro, like it's there's just a physics equation out there. As you get lighter, you're just not going to be able to lift the same loads. Like it just makes no sense. If you are, you're probably within reason, right? If you lost a kilo, 2 kilos, whatever, right? Especially early on. But eventually, like if you are on a lot of your lifts, like from the beginning of your prep to the end of the prep, there's a good chance you modified a lot of your, without knowing a lot of your technique, and you probably like lost muscle, like the hard way, right? So anyhow, yes, I will fold hands, like if I need to. Like if that's just the best decision to make, I'll literally drop down the load. Anyhow, so this pull down, a lot of the guys at the program are doing a neutral grip pull down or a more lat bias pull down. Because of the apparatus I have, and because I have no teres major, I'm like, that is what we're doing here. So I have decent lats, but that little chicken McNugget up there, man, like I don't. Michael Lockett, probably one of my favorite teres majors. The late great John Meadows, John was all Terry's major. Like, it just cool looking muscle. I don't have enough of it. So yeah, I'm really taking advantage of the setup I have there. This is my soft lockout. Boy, this just hits the spot. And I keep talking about it because, man, that's how I just used to press, because that's just what feels best to me. And again, now we come full circle. So sometimes, yeah, like, trust your intuition on things. So yeah, supersetting the pull down, the shoulder press, and then we go into this is a rear delt row. Doesn't look like it because most people are usually like way up here, elbows by the clavicle. But its path is kind of like, on this side, it's like the opposite of like hitting the clavicular head of your upper pec. And then it kind of swoops down just a little bit more than people think. And that pocket's going to be a little bit different from person to person. But that is, for me, it's a spot where I can row and not necessarily use or feel like I need a whole lot of like scapula. And if anything, I try to keep my scapula kind of open during the whole row. So it's it just feels like a very like twitchy, fast, powerful movement. We're supersetting that with this incline pec deck. You can see the little setup back there. Got my bands, got my yoga block, I think it's called. They have them at all gyms, like, oddly enough. So yeah, usually, I was set on doing the incline dumbbell flies, but just needed a change of pace. I really love that movement, but I wanted to try this one, and boy, is it a winner. We are myo-repping this one, so in between, I guess, little nuances of what's going on in the set, which not a whole lot beyond the fact that if you stick a yoga block at the top of your pec deck, you can kind of turn it into an incline fly. But yeah, the diet is kind of hitting in a fun way. Like, I'm at the point now where I think I've had 4 to 5 lapses in energy, where I've picked up on that. It's like, man, I am like not feeling energetic for, things beyond normal reasons. A little bit more mood disturbance for sure, as in it could be easier to get angry at things, right? So I have caught on to that. Still, it's very low. I'd say, if we have to go with like energy right now is probably 1 out of 10, probably, I guess 10 being off-season energy, like just living good. Probably, it's probably like a 8, but I had a few moments where it felt like a 6. And then appetite, non-existent. Like, that thing is, like, I just don't get hungry. I just get tired. I don't get hungry. I get tired. It's my energy levels that I feel, but not necessarily, I don't crave things. My fatigue, like, my brain, the way I work, never connects it to like, you need to eat. It's just like, why am I this way, right? It's like my daughter when she's sleepy, right? And she's getting cranky, and I'm like, you're sleepy, and she just doesn't get it, right? So, that's where my appetite's at. It's very low. I'd say probably 1 out of 10 in regards to like how good. I feel like this scale should have been in reverse. It's like 8, 9 out of 10, just because, I do enjoy a few things that usually I don't enjoy in the off season that I look forward to, like Cynthia's baking. I look forward to eating it. Whereas in the off season, like, she'll make things and I'll forget to eat them because I'm just fluffier, right? So yeah, that's where appetite's at. Energy, appetite, and then the mood disturbance is a big thing. Like a lot of the things that you're prone to kind of creep up. So yeah, that is probably. I'd say my mood off season 10 out of 10. It's probably 7, 8, but I've had a few moments where like it's like 5, 6. So that's where I'm at. But they've been moments. That's all they've been. It's moments, just moments where it'll creep up, but I can catch it, and I'm like, it's like you don't feel normal, and you know why? Because you've been dieting for a few months now. Yeah, all the rowing still taken to failure and beyond. This movement here is replacing what was supposed to be a dip, but the setup for dips in this gym just doesn't work for me. So I'm just doing this knees up pressing. Gives my chest another angle. That's something that just based on how I'm put together, I do kind of have to sweat the details a little bit. And it's just felt good. It's felt good because it's a plane, a range of motion, a plane rather, that I just haven't played with a whole lot. And since the dips were scheduled for myo reps, which we do a lot of on this program, I'm not doing that with dumbbells, right? As smooth as my kick up is, no way am I doing that with dumbbells. I've just done 3 sets of whatever I'm in the mood for, to be quite honest. So 90s, a little too heavy, I think. Heavier than I thought they would be. But hey, I've seen 2 165s this week, so more on that in a bit here. But yeah, this feels super comfortable. Again, just flat back pressing is something I haven't done in years, so it kind of feels therapeutic in some ways. And again, pecs, like it's annoying. Like it usually works this way, where it's like you're either someone who has pecs or delts. Like it's never really both. And for me, like I have decent delts, but the pecs, geez. And again, it doesn't help that I have that like tendony dimple. And then we move on to this will be long-winded as well, so we'll get into other stuff. So my behind the body, and then my across the body lateral raises, myo rep fashion. The guys in the training group convinced me to let's do the myo rep match thing, and I'm like, all right, sure, let's go, knowing that it's probably for me gonna add like an extra one more myo rep set, but I didn't mind, and honestly, like with the exception of like maybe 2-3 exercises, I've been running the same program as pretty much everyone else, but I do lower the reps on certain movements on this day actually. And a lot of that is just because, bro, those energy systems are expensive, and that's kind of the catch-22. There's many, right, to like higher reps or lower reps, but let's just say like 10 to 15. Metabolically, it's just more expensive. Like my glycogen, which I'm trying to spare to some extent, right? It's going to deplete just because, the deficit, but I'm trying to keep as much as I can so that I can use it to train hard on other days, right? And plus, the goal is not to be flat. The goal is to only be as flat as you need to be. So anything that's like 10 to 15, it's like, it's cool because, hey, the pump is nice. But also the orthopedically, it can be easier, especially as you get stronger and older. But yeah, it just feels like cardio. So yeah, a lot of those higher rep ranges I've been bringing down to like 6 to 10, 5 to 10, somewhere around there, just because it just feels less expensive. So it saves glycogen. The same thing with a lot of these myo rep sets. What it does for me, it's more glycogen sparing, which again, the goal is not to like flatten yourself out. The goal is not to burn through glycogen. It's just something that happens when you're lifting, especially for bodybuilding. Nevertheless, like I think when you are in the off season, you're much more tolerant of high reps in that way. Like off season, sometimes like there's certain days where I'm like, you know what, I'd rather do 405 on the RDL for a set of like 12 to 15 than load it up with 500 or a little bit above 500 for a set of like 4 to 6. So like I'll take that, like I'll bite that bullet, because eventually you guys, as you guys progress, you get strong enough, you have enough seasoning in your joints where like being strong for you is fun. But man, it's a car that, you only like to take out on special occasions. So yeah, these myo reps, that's basically, which is again, it's just a rest pause technique. Many different options out there. Dog Crap uses, never ran that program, but Dog Crap uses a similar system to this. Muscle rounds, another good option. But yeah, it's just a way to kind of cut out some of those buy-in reps, and especially when you're prepping. Again, it's going to condense the training time. It's going to help you spare more glycogen. It just kind of sucks because you're like in the zone. That's the one thing that can kind of suck, is that you're just in the zone for like 2-3 minutes or however long that sequence takes. But yeah, no, the prep is getting exciting because a lot of those things that come with prep, like I've been starting to experience. I've actually. I am at the point now where I am more sensitive to sleep disruption. So actually, in other news, I got myself a Fitbit. This is the Inspire 3. Step counts, I hadn't tracked step counts. I think I'll just give myself, I'll have to see what I have been doing, and then we'll just try to hold it there and maybe add a few. But I think just on average, it's been about, it seems like my estimate's about 7-8K. So which is great to me because I thought I was way more sedentary than that. I thought I was quite ashamed of that. And then a few days in with this thing, and I'm like, oh, I move a little bit more than I suspected. So that's been nice. Because other than that, like I don't do cardio. I work here at home. So to get 7-8K just between errands, playing with my child, going on for little family walks, running errands. If it's about 8K, which I'll be able to confirm next week, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's good. It kind of keeps me in that, like, stay healthy and don't die range. And we'll have a number now. We'll be able to manipulate it if need be, but I suspect I won't need to. But the main reason I got this thing, the Inspire, and all the Fitbits, they're pretty good with the sleep. Good enough for what I need. So just to keep track of that, because that is where I will falter. Posing practice. Sorry about the man ass. Brandon, can you put some stickers there? That's our editor. Just do the people a favor. But sorry, B. But yeah, it's been 6 days a week, 10 minutes of symmetry round, which is, front relax and then all the quarter turns, and then 10 minutes of muscularity round. And as y'all can see, look at them butt cheeks. Whoa, yeah. But that's all you'll see. Like the next 5 or so pounds, these are my weigh-ins right here. Things will really, really start to show. So I think I've lost almost 2/3 of the body fat. B, you better put stickers on that ass, bro. Like, I that was not intentional. Just something, please. But yeah, I'm getting used to it. This is kind of like my cardio, the morning posing. Other than that I'm flat and I just don't look as good. What sucks is I'm flat, no pump. Obviously I'm dieting. The physique doesn't look good, but eventually it's like my first little win of the day. So starting with a little posing practice. These were in no particular order. I just threw some in. My posing practice had been finished. This is my little mirror setup. The office is in shambles because we just did a deep cleaning. Eventually it'll look better. But yeah, this is like my little W, my little win for the week. So I've been digging it because I for the week, for the day. It's what I open up my day with. I go downstairs, have a little water after I weigh in and all that mess, and yeah, it's cool to start with something that it's hard. Posing is harder than a lot of people think. To just open up with that and get that done, it's been great. So again, this is weird lighting. This is just the lighting I'm using for my posing practice, not the lighting that I use when it comes to my data collection. So that's more along the lines. Again, the office is in shambles, so this is what we're doing for now. This is this is the master bedroom, which a toddler is taking over. So yeah, flat, scrawny, which is so crazy because yesterday I was feeling like the man. Like I took this picture yesterday, and it's just insane, like what took place like after that workout. It's like my muscles lost their soul. So yeah, that's where I'm at. First show November 11th, and we have about, I think, 7 pounds to lose, and that's it. I do think I'll be lighter than previous years, but a lot of that is just like, hey, less. I'm gonna be leaner for sure. Less food bulk. Like I don't play the volume game. Like I don't want to be hungry thing anymore. Like it's wild that I ever did. I like to feel light, if anything, and a little bit hungry. And then also I'm finishing my dinner like really early in the day, like 3-4 hours before I get to bed. So yeah, 165, 166 is what I weigh. I expect to be about 158 on stage. See y'all next week.